All right, in this video, let's take a look at exporting the schedule to a Google Calendar. So we're in our default Scheduling-123 app. Haven't changed any of the options or inputs that come with it. So we have a normal schedule that we've been looking at in the other videos. And if we looked at the internal calendar, remember I said this is just a sort of a limited calendar display. It only shows one location and one shift. So let's take a look at exporting to a Google Calendar. The instructions for doing this are in the PDF file. You can take a look down, I think toward the bottom is what we covered exporting somewhere in here. There we go, export to a Google Calendar sheet. So let's go back into here, and it describes that we should do a file and a save as, and we want to change the type to CSV, comma, delimited. And we can keep this name Scheduling-123, or we can change the name to something else and save it. I've done that previously, so it just says, do you want to overwrite it? Yes. It also says anytime you do this that, hey, we're not saving the whole workbook with all these sheets, we're just saving this one sheet because you've chosen CSV. That's fine, just okay that. And by the way, it does rename the sheet to XXX, so if you don't want that, just get out of the file without saving it. All right, but now we can go over to our Google Calendar, and this is a test account I have, and what I want to do is go up to settings. There's nothing really on this calendar right now, and I want to add a calendar, create a new calendar. I can call it whatever I want to. I'll call it test. You can give it a description, and you can create the calendar. And now I want to import and export. And so I'm going to select a file from my computer, and I'm going to look for that XXX file that I just saved. I'm going to say open. And this is very important. Change the add to calendar, not Cord Cutting Wizard is the name of my account in Google that I have. And that's its default calendar. So I want to change that to the other calendar that I created called test. You don't want to put these entries on your normal personal Google Calendar because it's very hard to delete them, especially if you're just testing and playing around like we're doing here. It's very hard to mass delete entries from a Google Calendar. It's much easier to just create a test calendar, add the entries to it, and then delete the test calendar. So I'm going to import all these entries from there to this test calendar and click import. And it's done 315 of them. So I'll say OK. If I go back to the calendar display, these are all the different things that are appearing on my calendar. So I'm going to take out my normal calendar activities, birthdays, reminders, tasks. I guess I can leave the holidays in there. Here's tests in orange. So if I look at the calendar now for June, here's some entries in orange, and I can go to the next month, so on and so forth. I can pick a particular day. So I see from Scheduling-123, this is the Uptown location, the 11 to 3 shift. Okay. And I can see the beginnings of people that were scheduled that day. I can, maybe there's only one person scheduled that day. Yeah, okay. So if I looked at any other one, so this is the main shift 2, Eric, Betty, Judy, manager Fred, team lead James Cagney. I can go to any other day, and I see the start and the duration of the people that are working at these locations. You can pick a work week, I believe, week. normal Google Calendar stuff. You'd be able to see the events that we put on there. I think each shift lasted 8 hours that we were trying to schedule. So that's what we're seeing here. You can set this calendar up to be shared, and so everybody can come look at it. I believe you can search Betty Davis and find everywhere that that person was scheduled to be working. So she's in the main office shift 2, up down office shift 3, so on and so forth. Here's a half shift. Betty Davis was chosen. So it's an easy way to share the output of the scheduling activity with all of your people. Just give them access to a shared calendar like this. When you're done, and this was just a test, and you'll probably want to do this for yourself as well, you can go back to settings, and in this calendar here, you can say remove calendar, and it will take you to the settings for that calendar, and at the bottom is a delete. Permanently delete. And that calendar is gone now. And you didn't have to mess with your own default calendar. So that's that.